everybody, to Rise Up. This is it. Virtual convention. Are you excited? Are you fired up for 2025? We told you we were going to bring the heat, bring the fire, and this is exciting. Give it another round of applause for all your elite senior presidential directors. We have put together an incredible team. They're focused, they're obsessed with blessing people. They want all of you to win as bad as they are winning. Are you ready to win? That is what the entire weekend is all about, is us rising up out of our circumstances, rising up from whatever we're going through. What's exciting is that every one of these friends of mine has gone through the same situations that everybody of you watching virtually, or those of you that are here today. So that's a hope and a blessing that you can do it too. Are you ready? And we've got Meredith Burkett here. It's going to be wild. David Schmidt can't wait to address every single one of you this weekend and let you know what's ahead in store for you at LifeWave. So give yourselves a hand for being here. Give yourselves a hand on virtual for being on.
Absolutely incredible. Well, there were a number of new records that we set. First of all, sales were up 50% in 2024 over 2023. And that made us the #1 fastest growing company in the world in our industry 4 years in a row. And we're going to get that honor again this year. And we'll be getting that award in March. So thanks to all of you, LifeWave is #1 in the world again.
My vision that we're going to cast the entire This Is It team. We've already locked and loaded. They all are in agreement. We're going to take the This Is It team to 1 million brand partners. 1 million in 2025. Are you ready?
I absolutely know unicorns when I see them. Steve and Gina are unicorns on steroids. And that is what is going to give you the confidence and the realization that if you apply yourself and follow the leaders.
Don't let your friends and family miss this opportunity for better health and better wealth. Set some goals, guys. You set some goals, and you get your dreams in front of you, and you believe in yourself. Guys, this is about belief and excitement. I'm telling you.
No shortcuts. We got to use the system. The system is what's keeping everybody together.
This is the moment for you to take your territory. This is the 2025 Gold Rush. Is LifeWave. This opportunity may be the opportunity of the year worldwide.
Favor follows boldness. We need to take courage. 20 seconds of courage will get you a long way.
But if you want to go to the next level, if you become a student and you master the mundane, you will then duplicate.
A matter of time. Pull yourself up. It's not difficult. You're not building a dock. You're not building a house. You're not doing a jackhammer. You're not doing open heart surgery. Come on. We got to get tough.
It's powerful. I mean, it's life-changing. I've been using light therapy for probably 18 years now, but our units cost $18,000 a unit, and we treat one patient at a time for like 20 or 30 minutes at a time. And so I can't put an $18,000 unit on somebody to walk around walk around town or whatever, but I can put multiple light therapy patches on them, and it's mobile, portable. I can put thousands of people, and I can teach other people how to put patches on other people. That's the whole thing, is you don't have to be a doctor in this business because it's so easy to get this modality. I look at it as a modality out there.
Okay, so I want you guys to reconsider how you're treating your business. So do you guys want to win, or do you want to make excuses because you can't do both?
But we got to get tough. We got to get tough. We got to step it up. We got to move faster. We got to run harder. We got to get it done.
When you get a paycheck in someone's bank account, they will work hard. They will stay longer.
And so you've got to get a vision, and you've got to hold on to it, and you've got to understand that it's not a conference call when God gives you a vision. Not everybody's going to be in alignment with your vision.
Share the message with strength. Okay?
Stop backing down from people that tell you that patch doesn't work. Oh, I read something on the internet. Stop listening to people with all the answers and none of the money. We've got the best opportunity in the world. Best product, best financial opportunity. There's nothing better than what we have here.
We have an incredible opportunity to take our message to the entire world. If we look at top income earners in the world, we have a list of the top 50 in the world on our end. 1 out of every 3 top earners in the entire company worldwide for LifeWave are This Is It. 1 in 3, and that's in just in 2.5 years. We look at enrollers. In the top 50 in the world of enrollments, the top enrollers, 3 out of every 5 is This Is It right now. And for 2024, as we know in this business, the income grows when the enrollments come in, right? But with the enrollments, we focus on helping them grow their business and rank advancing, right? So in the top rank advancements right now, the top brand partners that have the most rank advancements on their team, 2 out of every 3 in the top 50 is This Is It. And I literally went through the list and I counted one by one. That is an incredible achievement, guys. So big round of applause for all of you. Thank you for what you do.
It's not your decision to decide yes or no for them. You must share it with them.
Mindset, don't be attached to the outcome. I want to be encouraging on that. Go manager, create managers, which you've been taught today, and it's rinse and repeat and keep doing it. And it's true that the life of this business, it's in the news.
No one's gonna do it until you do. You have to get mad at yourself enough. You have to be, listen guys, you're not gonna go through this fire until you're extremely comfortable here. Most people are never gonna take that walk until everything here is burning down, where the heat here is less than the heat in here.
We have to become hope dealers. What we have on our hands is too big, it's special.
You have to claim it that I will win in 2025.
Let the leaders influence your guests into your business. If you promote big, you will profit big. Okay? The biggest promoters in this business have the biggest businesses in this business.
Are you a fountain or are you a drain? Because what you are is what you attract. Okay, I would pretty much say we've got a proven system of winning. I mean, like, everybody clap their hands, right? You just got to get to work. You got to dig deep. You got to do the action, right? You got to get after it.
Detach from what's holding you back. We're going to rise up. We're going to get to where we want to go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. You are going to think, and if you are going to talk, it's really, really important that you're intentional, that you use the right words. How many of you want more help in this auditorium? How many of you want more wealth, more money, right? We need to be intentional, and then we need to take action.
I want to say I've never really seen leaders before like Steve and Gene. I'm glad they're coming back in right now. You have to trust the people that came before you that built these with the intention of you following to lead the way. This is about trusting the people that came before you.
I've never seen this type of growth. I've rarely seen even similar success stories, of course, but it requires a lot of factors to come together. LifeWave has achieved so much when many companies haven't. First and foremost, it's because of the hardworking distributors like you here and watching.
You want to go fast, you change fast. But you got to catch it. To rise up, you have to rise up as a leader as well. This business is built on layers of conviction. You have to plant the seed, you have to water the seed.
You have to make the decision that you want change. And it has to be more than just money. You know, your change has to really attach to the realistic fact that you are going to make the decisions to do things different.
The reason why we picked Rise Up is because we want everyone to rise up from whatever they're going through. That's our most important focus this weekend, is to challenge you to rise up. Maybe it's you're not wondering if you can make this happen. You know what? This is your moment. This is your moment in time to reach your full potential.
the most important thing is that every day we get testimonials on how our products are changing people's lives for the better.
You know, we just want to market all of the patches, and if a person is in pain, we'll recommend IceWave. If a person is having a problem sleeping, we're going to recommend Silent Nights, and just kind of put everything out there. And that lack of focus, we're finding confuses the person.
The teams that focus on X39 have much better approach and much higher likelihood for success. And you and your team have absolutely proven that.
What an amazing 2024 that we had, and this year is going to be even bigger and better. So excited, and just want to take the moment to congratulate the two of you and your team. Number one team in the world. You guys are absolutely amazing.
Okay. We're like 20 seconds early. Anyway, we just want to thank everybody for getting on the Next Level meeting here. If you missed the last meeting with Annette, you missed it. That was a great meeting. I told her if she's not available to do any meetings for someone, utilize that recording. It's on YouTube, so utilize that recording to share with others, because that was a phenomenal meeting, very, very quick, which was awesome. Did I not make you co-host? Sorry. Let me do that for you real quick. If I can find participants. Here we go. Mr. Duplessis, how are we doing today? He's smiling. I love it. He's always smiling. Let's see, make co-host real quick. There we go. Okay, awesome. So obviously we're going to kick off this Next Level meeting. If your team is not on here, they can still be on. Shoot them a message, let them know. Obviously with the time change in Europe, some people are still confused. I don't know why, but I'm just kidding. You're not confused in South Africa, are you, Brendan?
No, not confused, Greg.
I don't know if my sound's so low. It's like for some reason I when I put that video on, it was like low. Anyway, so obviously today is April 7th. We're gonna get started. Obviously, we're part of the This Is It team. We are so excited to be partnered with Ken and Diana, and along with obviously Joyce and Wayne. We're all gonna be together tonight in Bradenton, Florida, which is very cool. Tomorrow night, that's what I said, tomorrow night, Tuesday night. I can't wait for it. It's going to be fun. And then obviously Steve and Gina Merritt are the leads. We were just actually with them actually last Thursday, which was amazing. Got the chance to spend dinner with them, eat some burgers together. They ate the fries, we ate the burgers. So it was absolutely fun. And obviously all of us are senior presidential directors going to Elite Senior Presidential Director, which is very, very fun. And so the cool thing about this is that obviously we're on the way up the mountain. We're getting to the top of the mountain. And again, it's called Follow the Leader. So obviously we're following the right leaders. And so if you follow us, you're following the right leaders. So that's what we always say. So obviously this is Next Level Coaching. We're still talking more about the 90-day run, because this is something we need to get people into the momentum, getting started. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about momentum today. And that's our goal, is to talk a little bit about the different things. We're going to be talking about some achievements that have happened. We're going to talk about some different things that are coming up, and obviously some things they're talking about. But this is the year of acceleration. And again, I'm staying on this theme for the next several weeks because I feel the need for speed.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
So I got all these acceleration videos, but I keep on going back to that one. So today we're going to be talking about creating momentum. We're going to obviously be talking about the DasherCast contest that's finalized, and we'd like to get some best thoughts on maybe what you did during that Dash for Cash, or something you've learned during the period of time. Some people are learning, I should have done more, and other people are learning, man, I'm glad I did, right? And then the double blessing again, the cash contest still continues for those who are obviously in the part of obviously LifeWave. They got their own cash contest, success, which is absolutely fantastic. Ranking up or helping others rank up bonus. And then we're going to talk more about the 2020 vision of obviously creating momentum, because that's really what it takes to get things going. So obviously with the Dash for Cash, there are going to be winners announced actually this coming Saturday. So we're very, very excited. We've got some of the preliminary numbers in. You've got 4 more hours to basically get the information to us, because we want to have you count, even if you got 1 point. Please submit the form, send it to us so that we can actually put your name down in the list of all the people, because we have basically well over 100 people participating in this. Actually, have earned points in this contest. There's only top 5 winners, but we want to celebrate everyone. Very, very excited about that. If you should have obviously the form on this that goes over all the details. So again, you want to, if between March 17th, which is when it started, and ending yesterday at midnight, if you sign up a new premium, you get 3 points, advanced 2 points, a core 1 point. If you personally ranked up to any position, and some of you have done that, once again, you get 1 point for that. And anyone that you personally sponsor between March 17th and April 6th as of yesterday, and you help them rank up during that period of time, you will also get 3 points for that. So make sure you track that and put that in there. We've got a couple different ones that came back. We're double checking each one to make sure that that's exactly what it is, but don't miss anything. So go back in your back office and see who you registered in the past 3 weeks, which is pretty awesome. Again, the emails you want to send them to for us specifically on our team is going to be obviously my wife's email, philomenav930@gmail.com. You're going to want to send to her in the next 4 hours. If you're on Ken Burke's team, then you want to send to ken@24u.com, but most people are not on this. Josh, obviously, most of his team doesn't tie into this, but obviously, if you're on his team, send it to Joshua Holdaway 777@gmail.com. So I'm not going to go through all the rest of this. So we have obviously the rank up and help others rank up to earn bonuses still going on. So right now it is in, I gotta move this out of the way here. It is in obviously all throughout the whole world. So obviously the people that are on here that are part of Europe, the European market, it ends on basically April 14th. So you got still 1 more week to accomplish becoming a manager. Whoops, let me go back. Becoming a manager, you get $100 or €95. If you help someone go manager, this is a first time rank bonuses, you get $50 or €48. If you become a director, which we just had someone go yesterday, personal of ours go director, she made $300, we made $150, which is kind of cool. And she broke 2 managers, so she basically get 2 $50 bonuses plus 300. Those will be coming, so she got $400 coming her way, which is pretty awesome. So let's go. And that's what we want to do, is we want to help people get to the next level. So if you want to talk a little bit about the ranks, because we're going to celebrate some people today.
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting because we have a lot of people that have ranked up over the last week. And I think a lot of it has to do with the promotions that are on the table, because people see the opportunity to make more money, but they also, and so they go for it. And what happens is the rising tide is raising all ships, and pretty exciting. So the most important rank in our business is manager, because once you know how to go manager, you know how to break managers. And you can go all the way to the top just by becoming a manager, making machine. So you help everyone, those that will allow you to work with them, you help them to get manager done. And so you get started, make a decision to get started. And this is the thing where, whenever we're talking to people, we got to get them to that point of making a decision, and the decision that's going to be best for themselves. And we like to say, hey, you know what, get started at premium, because that's where all the leaders, like, Stephen, Gina Merritt, every time they ask us as senior presidential directors to speak, they're asking us, what package did you get started with? And most of us got started with the premium package, and then those that didn't, like Mike and Saeed, they said they started at advanced, but then very soon thereafter they kind of ranked upgraded.
I think Saeed spanked him and said,
so even if you're on here and you started at the core package, that's okay, because you can upgrade. So, but the main thing is, in order to be a manager, you have to be at the advanced package or above. And when you share with your friends and family, you go out there and we teach you how to get manager done. You got to have 4 cores or above. 2 are placed on the left and 2 are placed on the right. And everybody needs to be on a subscription, a monthly subscription. because otherwise you lose points. So once you've got that structure done, manager with 2 core or above on the left, 2 core or above on the right, you are now a manager. Okay, so that's a great way to start. Then what we do is we're going to ask, well, who of those people would like to get manager done? We're going to help you get manager on the left, manager on the right done, with those 2 of those 4 people that you placed. And they do exactly the same thing as you. And then what you have to do to get director done is place an extra core or above on the left and an extra core or above on the right. So keep sharing, keep sharing. Don't stop at 4, because that's not going to take you too far. And once you've done that, you're going to be a director. And so we have a number of people, and you keep repeating. It's just duplicatable. It's just repeat.
Yep, and that's how you get to the higher level. So again, senior director again is having a director on the left and a director on the right, which I think is brilliant, because again, when you understand building the business the right way, you want to have a balanced business. As Steve and Gina said, you want 2 solid legs. Usually you have one leg that's a little bit bigger than the others, but it doesn't matter. You build 2 strong legs. And the senior director, for most people, that's about 20,000 Rand on a weekly basis, or about $1,000 US, obviously on a weekly basis by hitting this. Obviously, executive director is a 6-figure income. So I tell people, once you go from here to here, you're talking about, making a lot more money. So if you say, hey, I would like to make over $100,000 a year, we know for a fact by getting executive director done and moving into presidential, that's literally where you're looking at making over $100,000 a year, making over $10,000 a month, over $2,500 a week. And I can just tell you, as it goes up and goes up and goes up, this is where you want to be. Trust me on this. SPD Life is amazing. I was doing some dream building yesterday, sending some things out by looking at renting a yacht in literally in the Amalfi Coast in Italy, sending out to Ken, say if we get 4 couples between him, us 2, and Ken and Diana and 2 other couples, we could actually have an amazing week-long trip on a yacht, getting catered and pampered on the Amalfi Coast, which would be amazing. So just future thoughts on where you can go, because I got inspired when we went to Fort Lauderdale. So we have some new managers. So the thing is, I don't know, is Denise or any of her team on here?
We have a lot of our American partners that are working right now, so they're not on. But we do have some new managers from Denise Velez's team. So Denise is personally sponsored by us, and we were actually down with them in Fort Lauderdale this weekend, had a wonderful, wonderful meeting, and met a lot of these ladies, a lot of the people on her team for the first time. So Dr. Nivea Rodriguez is actually in Orlando area, and we haven't met her yet because she's actually away on vacation in Saudi Arabia, but she ranked manager. So congratulations to her. She's a medical doctor, and she's loving the product, loving the opportunity. And so great job to her. And then Livia Calzadilla, who is down in the Fort Lauderdale area. We met her, wonderful woman. Also pretty excited, shared her testimony and her testimony of her sister, which is just absolutely amazing. And so ranked manager, congratulations to her. Yvette Balgos, because I don't see, so Yvette is out of California, West Coast, and personally sponsored by Galen, who is sponsored by AJ, who's sponsored by Gary Burke, who's sponsored, and none of them are on here except for Brendan out of South Africa.
So you broke another manager.
Look how amazing that is, like 5 down from Brendan, 6 down from us. And so Yvette Balgos, I've had a few conversations with her. She's excited, inspired, and is pretty much on her way to director already. So we're excited about that. So congratulations to them. And then Anna, you want to unmute and introduce this next manager.
Hello. Yes, absolutely. I mean, we have such an amazing team, and this is one of all the amazing women that are just joining our team, and it's completely incredible. So I think also, Elin, maybe you have spoken to Sana, because I haven't already. We have texted each other, and I mean, she is super busy, and you had this fair that you went to. So you got to speak then, and so much happened there. So I think maybe, Elin, are you available to unmute? Because I think maybe you could share something if you are.
Yes, I'm here.
Super, thanks.
Hi. Yes, we met a lot of people at the fair, obviously, and we talked about different things, but it was was a great experience, and I learned so much. And one woman, a young girl or a young woman, she actually signed up on the spot there. So I just met her today because we exchanged a sleeve. So I got mine back today, and she has amazing results already. She's going to share on the Swedish meeting on Wednesday, Anna. So if you're up for that.
Fantastic.
Good. And can you just share a bit, because Anna, she signed up, I think, 3 people. I mean, just
Yes, sorry.
rapidly.
Yes, exactly. We were just talking, Sanna, and she said, "Yeah, I've got 2, and 2. One is not active." And then I said, "Do you know about the manager? What do you need?" And she said, "No, not really. I haven't really gone into the system so much." So I just said, "Well, if you have someone who wants to sign up or someone who wants to upgrade, I can help you." So I called. She gave me a list of 3 people, and the day after I called them up, and she became a manager. So that was
So
really
great.
easy. She was like, "Whoa, that was easy."
Yeah, well done, Elin, and lots of congratulations to Sanna then for becoming manager.
Yeah. She's happy. She's very happy.
If you could ask Sanna to send a photograph in, because
Yeah.
we want to recognize her.
Yes, she did send me a joke one, and like we took on the at the fair. She said, "No, I'm going to find another one," and then I think she's forgotten it. She's very, very busy, so that might be. But I'll remind her.
Yeah, Warner will use her Facebook profile if not so. I'm just kidding. So.
Yeah. No, she's
But
just
thanks,
forgotten.
Tell her
You're amazing, Elin.
Tell her we say thanks, Anna, and thanks, Elin. But tell her we say congratulations as well. So great job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we actually had 4 different people that were actually on Josh's team. So we had actually 2 from Chuck's team. Nana, we've been working with her, and she's actually sending up a big person in Europe. Has all these doctor connections, everything else, like supposedly thousands of doctors. They're signing up today. And then Marilyn Cookie Caldwell, so she goes by the term Cookie, became a manager. Same thing with Peggy Osterman under Brenton Deering, who's actually Josh sponsored Brenton, who sponsored Chuck, which is pretty amazing. And then Dr. Amy Wicks has a new manager last week as well. So what happens when you start breaking managers, something amazing happens. You get new directors. So we have an amazing new director that we want to congratulate. So Elin, so once again, we would love to hear again. You were talking, if you want to meet yourself again, just say why you're excited, and obviously congratulations on going director. That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was a bit surprised myself. But it happened. It just happened because I mean, I just realized I've been talking to quite a lot of people, and they've been busy. I've been busy, and I helped them. So it just happened. Plop. I'm really excited about it.
You've been consistent, and that's the thing. And you've been sharing with a lot.
Yes,
So,
I have.
Not everybody is ready at the same time as you think they should be ready, but the seed is there, and sometimes they come later. And that's what happened with you, Elin. You were sharing, and then all of a sudden, pop, and look at Sanna.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And Sanna is actually she's not my personally sponsored. She's under Anneli, so Anneli helped out as well. So Anneli is very close to being a director as well.
Yes.
So I'm going to help her.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to everyone breaking new ranks. It's amazing.
We'd all like to go to bed and wake up the next morning and, hey, we're SPDs, but that's not how it happens, right? So you do all the work, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I hit this new rank, which is pretty amazing. So congratulations. We're super excited for you.
So excited.
Absolutely. So that's great. And then one thing that's awesome is that we also had another director that broke just yesterday, just before the meeting we did yesterday. And that obviously was Denise Velez.
Yay.
So she is amazing. So for the people that don't know her, she's a great leader. She's been in this industry for a while. For her, she got started about 2 years ago, but wasn't doing anything with it. And then all of a sudden she decided, she goes, you know what? I'm going to help Greg and Ben out. I'm going to go get these Rise Up tickets, and I'll just plug in a little bit. Well, obviously she got a little fired up. So she got excited about the Rise Up convention, and she goes, okay, I'm building this. And now you see what happens. Boom, boom, boom. She went manager, helped 2 managers. Now she's director. She's on her way to senior director very quickly, which is awesome.
Very excited.
I'm very, very excited for her. So it's super neat what's going on. And she helped us translate the meeting that actually was on
the weekend.
Fort Lauderdale.
So she's got a pretty much a Spanish speaking team, and we did the meeting in English, and she translated for us. And yesterday signed up a brand new premium who was sitting in the meeting
in the front row.
Front row. taking down notes, and she couldn't even speak to us in English. She spoke only Spanish, and she got signed up as a premium. So
she did say goodbye, thank you, when she was walking out the door. So she very, very, very excited. But obviously, we had some different meetings that we had last week. So we were in Orlando. That was absolutely spectacular. Those of you who tied into the Zoom meeting, that was fantastic. We were there in person. It tied into the English and the Spanish meeting. Had Spanish people there, which were absolutely fantastic. Building Orlando strong. We just also had Fort Myers. So obviously, with Rob and Lisa had at their house, which was unbelievably fantastic. People that actually didn't even realize, as we start talking about all of the testimonials that we had, a gal that was there realized that she had testimonials also just by sitting there, which is pretty amazing. She goes, I didn't realize I don't have this anymore. I don't have that anymore. I don't have this anymore. I go, yes. So now you have some testimonials. And then we obviously were in Fort Lauderdale just Saturday night, which was fantastic. So Saturday during the day in Fort Myers, and then Fort Lauderdale Saturday night. I don't know if you had anything you wanted to share about that meeting, because it was fantastic.
We had a great turnout, excited people.
Yeah.
Lots of new people sign up, lots of people upgrading and to the next package. And they're committed to do these meetings every month and double in number every time they get together. But they're working. And I mean, Denise and Gary Burke, you'll see Gary Burke at the back there.
Yes. Benna comes up and she goes, you're tall in person.
I said, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how tall you are. Because we see him on a Zoom and he looks so much, he looks shorter than he is in real life. But we got to meet Veronica and Romula and all these people here that are new. Like she's a new manager. Her husband is a dentist. The daughter, this young guy's getting started.
He's getting fired. He's getting on the meeting
premium package. A lot of these people. So it's amazing. And tomorrow night, we're super excited about what's going to happen tomorrow night.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So, so that's something. This is the gal that just went about the new premium pack.
Yeah.
Her and her friend were sitting on the row, which is amazing. So we were pretty fired up. Obviously, it was awesome. And then obviously tomorrow night, it's Next Level continued. And so we're super excited about obviously partnering with Ken and Diana. We're going to be live streaming, obviously, on the Ken's meeting. He does every Tuesday night. He does it at 8 p.m. So those of you that are in the U.S., you can tie into that meeting. If you're local, you better tie into the meeting. So you better for telling everybody, we want to fill that room. It is going to be packed house. We got people that are part of other teams they're tying into that.
Rob and Lisa are committed to coming all the way from the Fort Myers area. So, we got people that are driving in from different areas, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, we're flying our jet into Bradenton, so no. But so it's fun though, because it's like we had a graphic that we put together. Brendan modified the graphic, and then Steve and Gina modified the modified of the modified. Anyway, so it's just fun. So obviously to brand the same thing, but it's gonna be a Christian retreat, which is really a great location. We're gonna be in the Shekinah room, which is always fun. So we're gonna be absolutely amazing. It's gonna be an amazing evening tomorrow night. So that's one thing that we always want to make sure that people know, that we love being in person. So we tell people, you build it and we will come. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Sweden, keep growing. I'm talking to my wife. You got to work on my wife, because I'd already be there. So if it was up to me, so we got to get there. So again, obviously they got the new book of the month, which is for April, which is once again Believe You Can by John Mason. So you want to scan that QR code. You may have, I'm not sure how the shipping works with Amazon. This is a code for Amazon, but you definitely do that. I've got several books by John Mason, absolutely fantastic author, great teacher. And again, the whole thing this comes down to is belief. And then obviously the tickets are on sale for Next Level. You got in-person ones that are on sale soon. They're going to be, Steve and Gina told us, soon they're going to be opening up the virtual ones. What I would highly recommend is get a list of everybody on your team that says, yes, I'm going, yes, I'm going, yes, I'm going, yes, I'm going, yes, I'm going. And you put together that list, and then what you're going to do is start, as we become virtual, call them up, order the tickets, and start checking them off who's going, because you're going to want to get as many people on there as possible. And there's still time for people who want to come in person. I tell people, if you can make it and you can do that, obviously Florida is a great place to go, but you obviously don't have to stay in Florida after the meeting. You can go someplace else in the United States and spend a little time developing business here in Los Estados Unidos, or in the United States, which is kind of cool. So obviously the convention is August 8th to August 10th. And then obviously we have the Presidential Summit that's going to be on August 7th, which is going to be the day before. We got people that are coming in the day before, so they want to be part of this, even though they're not presidential yet. They made the commitment. We're going to be presidentials at that meeting, which is awesome. And other people say, I'm going to be a senior director because I want to be there for the early leadership meeting that they're having prior to the main session that starts on Friday night. And then we're going to do the whole full session, including the big dinner they do. they go all out. We've been to so many different conventions, and I've never been to a convention where they do so much for you. It is amazing. That's all I got to say. Steve and Gene are just amazing leaders. And of course, we got the non-denominational church service, which is going to be absolutely fantastic itself. So the pricing change, I didn't update this slide here, but I think they changed it to August 30th. April 30th. April 30th, as far as the extension on this for the pricing, for the discounts on that. You just got to make the deposit and then book a room. It's actually, the rooms are now, they've already booked out the first place at Champions Gate, but they're actually going to be next place is across the street at the Embassy Suites Hotel, which is a beautiful new hotel, brand new, which is absolutely fantastic. So the goal is what? 1 million strong this year. So I've got my shirt on. I told my wife to put her shirt on. She decided not to. So anyway, so we want to go once again to wins for the week. So the to-do list is win again, and win some more, and help your people win. So I'm going to come off camera here because we want to hear some wins for the week. Obviously, we've already heard a few wins, which is pretty fantastic for people that want manager and director. So, but I'd love for anybody to share some wins for this week, or things that they've been learning, or things they've learned from even the contest that just closed out yesterday, things that you might have heard or learned from that. So please unmute yourself and share maybe some wins for the week.
I can share.
Yes, please. Hey.
Yes, I want to share a great win, and that is my new friend that I met online, Ellie. She reached out because I posted in a women's retreat Facebook group about, well, somebody had posted a question about all of these expensive retreats, and I put in an answer amongst all of the different replies, is that there are ways to make and empower women to make income instead of looking at cheaper options. Why not make more money? So I can share what I'm doing, except for the retreats that I do. And there were some that posted a reply on my reply, and one of them was Ellie. And so we just got in contact. We started talking. She was in Guatemala, so there was no option to get the patches there. And but she's American, so now she's flown back to the States, and she's managed then to purchase and join. So I'm super happy, because she's incredible. She's a lovely woman. She's now a part of our team. So I'm looking forward to supporting her alongside with you, of course, because, well, anybody in the States, you're closer than we are right now. So it's just nice that we are a big family. Yeah. But yeah, it's, and she's born the same day as me, 6th of October. Wow. Yeah, wow, isn't that strange? Wow. And we were looking at each other and we were wearing the same clothes, dark hair, green. Yeah, it was really weird.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It's amazing how I was saying about divine appointments, right? They find the right people, just make a comment and here comes someone. Where's she at in the States? Where's she located?
Well, she grew up in Ohio, but not right now. She's on the way. She's heading to Texas, where her sister lives. I think it's, I haven't got the hang of, her family and everything, but she was now staying with her mother, and they were going to Texas, and that's where her sister, I think, lives right now in Austin, Texas.
Wow.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
That's a great job. Thanks, Anna.
And she has people, we're connecting with people that she is going to bring in. So she already has some coming. Yeah. So
that's awesome. And you think about the people that go to these different, retreats and everything, because they want to better themselves. They want to become stronger. They want to create relationships, everything else. So those are perfect people to talk to. So again, doing that and posting on something like that, Mena does that all the time. She'll see a need or see someone talking about something and just communicate. And it's amazing how we've gotten.
Yeah. It's never a waste of energy sharing, and whoever sees it might be ready, might be interested. So keep posting and just getting out there, connecting.
Yeah,
that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you for that. That's an amazing one. We love that, especially when you talk about ways you connect with people, and all of a sudden now they're part of the team. So congratulations, and talk with
genuine love.
Yes, absolutely,
true.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. So anyone else want to share? So we'd love to hear from someone else also on that. Obviously the, wins for the week.
I can share.
Yes, please do. Yes.
My brother's here.
Okay, fantastic.
That's a win for the week, definitely. So
You mean
yeah,
he's on here on the next level? You mean? So
he's right
Yes.
here right now.
We saw that. That's awesome. So welcome. We keep on seeing his picture. So I was looking for him actually on here. So John, is that John? Is that correct?
Yes, that is, and he's working really, really hard. So I don't know. I don't think he wants to be on picture.
Oh, there he is.
There
He's
he
on camera.
is.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, John. Welcome to the team.
Yes.
We heard you came on board. That's good.
Welcome to the team is right. That's fantastic.
So much.
And where are you located?
Also in Sweden, but in the south, Gothenburg.
Fantastic. So we're coming to a village near you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I do a lot of traveling. So I'm in Norway right now, and I'll be in Malmö in the south of Sweden next week. So
Fantastic. Well, if
So,
you don't
yeah.
ask, what kind of work do you do?
I work with Castrol.
Okay.
Okay.
So the oil company?
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic. Yep.
I
Fantastic.
work within the auto industry for the time being, but I'm looking for an exit, and this is a good one, I think.
It's a great one.
Yeah, freedom is awesome. So you're gonna love freedom.
Yep.
So yes.
Yep.
And then you can just travel instead of travel for the company. You can travel for your own company. So you can do that, which is pretty awesome. So
Exactly. So I'm trying to use this time to get other people interested when I spread my wings.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, like I said, Ty, you got an awesome leadership team. So anybody else, obviously the whole team there is willing to support you, help you out. We're here to help. So anything we can do to support you. And of course, Castrol, is Castrol actually an American company? Because I keep thinking it is.
Oh, no, it's BP.
Yeah, okay, it is. Okay.
BP,
First
okay.
Yeah. So the reason I was just asking is I say, because if you do know people in the States, if you know people wherever around the world, 80 countries, I mean, it's kind of interesting because we have people that are, opening doors in all these different countries, and it's amazing how that happens. So it's pretty awesome. So keep that in mind. But yeah, but welcome to the team. We're here to help. So, yep.
Thinking about that, I was talking to a Norwegian colleague earlier today, and I thought the presentation that you had an hour back was very, very, very good.
Yes.
So if you could share the link to that in some way, or I don't know how to reach your different, what do you call it, recorded.
Yep. In fact, I'll share my screen real quick, and I can do that, kind of share with you where to find this, because that's something that we have a couple different ways to do that. So one is, let me see if I can I'm gonna open up a new.
And we'll send the link on to Lillian. And Lillian, I know you know that Greg has a YouTube channel where
Brandon has shared it.
Brendan did.
Okay,
good.
Brendan's already shared it, but Greg wants
Thank
to
you.
show where to get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me show you real quick. Let me go here real quick.
Thank you, Brendan.
Yes.
You're awesome.
Thanks a lot.
He's like Johnny on the spot, which is awesome. So the actual location is obviously my YouTube was under my name, so under Greg Warmbier. So if you put exactly in Greg Warmbier 4718, but just Greg Warmbier, and you can see you're being recorded live right now on the actual channel right now. But in here, I've got different playlists. So the different playlists are here, and again, you can go to these. I get different things for athletes and coaches, different things for next level coaching. We have here for medical practitioners, extraordinary testimonials. This Is It team trainings are also in here as well, and then the opportunity meetings are right here. So, and again, I don't know how it's going to show up on yours like that. So that's one place to go. The other place that I think is absolutely brilliant is the team itself. So This Is It team. So This Is It team is obviously the place you can go and see all the different meetings. They got the recordings from all the different ones. And I recommend going to live, like you go to live and you can then go through. So they'll have ones that are upcoming in here, and then they got other ones that again already have happened. So they got a lot of upcoming ones, and they've put a lot in here. So again, these are the different ones that we just had in Orlando, different other ones like that, the different ones for the different meetings. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Sorry. I clicked on thing by accident. But again, all these are ones, so you can see different recording ones. Like here's one that we did on a Monday, basically. We did at 8 o'clock and at 10 o'clock that we did. So if you see those, anything like that. So I would go to YouTube and you'll see all these different ones are recorded. The best thing is go under live or playlists and you can see those in there. So hopefully that makes sense, where you can find a couple different places like that. So which is awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So welcome to the team, and like I said,
Welcome.
let us know. So once again, that is definitely a win for the week. Getting your family on, which is fantastic. So yes, that's amazing. So we have time for one more. So if anybody else has anything else they want to share, we'd love to hear from anyone else who has a win for the week. We'd love to hear what's going on with anyone else. Thank you again, Brendan, for sharing that. And if not, I'm getting my wife share. She's got so many wins. It's like we can go
you
through a
know,
list.
look, and going back to what Elin said, you know, it really is all about sharing, because I connected with a girl, gosh, in March of 2024. I know her from South Africa, and she was part of our circle of friends. You know, at the time that I connected with her, she had a new baby, a toddler, and her husband was ill. And I shared thisisit.info.com with her, and nothing happened. She's like, oh, thank you, I'll take a look at it. And I followed up, and then I forgot about her. Well, I didn't forget about her, but I wasn't going to be pushy. You know, I was just going to be slow, and move on. You move on, because there's other people. And in the meantime, we've ranked senior presidential director, and our business is exploding all over. And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to reach out to her again. So I did. And this time she was all ears, because now she's looking for other online opportunities. She told me, I'm doing some Etsy stuff. And I'm like, well, how much money do you make from Etsy? Like little. It's hardly anything, you know. I'm like, oh,
But
really?
she's trying. Yeah.
She's trying. You know, she's an accountant. So she works for her brother and she works for her husband. She takes care of all the accounts and things like that. And then she started her own little Etsy business. And I said, well, that's great. I'm excited that you're doing something online, but I need to share with you what's happening with us.
An update.
And she said to me, Mena, she was asking me question after question, and then she said, can I see the compensation plan? Can I see this information again? And she signed up premium package today. And she's fired up. She's made her list, very long list. And so, you know, she said to me it was timing. She said, you know, and another thing she said to me is, she said, Mena, you know what? The last time you contacted me was almost a year ago. And, you know, you were following up, but I did nothing. She said, and this time round, I said, you know, if Mena's still doing that and she's come back again, there's got to be something about this. And she said, now I was ready to listen. So, you know, don't give up. If the seed you planted is not showing leaves and roots and everything yet, don't think they've said no and they've shut you down. You just keep going, keep moving along, because now, Carmen, we are 5,500 people on our team. And at that time we were maybe, 3,000 or some odd. And she's like, oh my gosh, you guys are growing. And how can I do this now? So she's ready to move and ready to grow her big team all over South Africa, Dubai, different parts of the world, because she knows a lot of people as well. So don't give up. It's not always about our timing. They will come on board when they are ready.
Yeah. The best thing is keep on following up, touching base, and that's what Mena is phenomenal at. So that's one thing we recommend. So just like all of us, you know, you got people that you say, why aren't they signing up? Why aren't they doing anything? Well, it's sometimes they sign down the road, and then which is fine.
And yes, like Anna said, and still no one knows about this. And you know what the other thing is, what I wanted to say is we keep moving forward. We don't stop. And like, you know,
why aren't they?
Why aren't they moving? They must move.
You think about that for about 1 second and then move on. Yeah.
And because, you know what, I wasn't upset that she didn't say anything or she didn't come on board. I just knew there were a lot more people to share with. A lot more people.
Yep, exactly. And that's what's great, is that our goal is always, like I said, you know, we talk about winning, and again, we let people think of winning as just whatever. No, winning is helping people. We want other people to win. We want other people to have better health, have better wealth, have better whatever it is that they want. And that's when, you know, I love the slide where it talks about freedom and talks about time and, you know, family and stuff like that. Those are all things that people want. And so again, it's a matter of relating to them. Sometimes we got to slow down. Even me on Saturday's meeting, I had to talk slow and had to be translated. So it's very interesting, you know, just like anything, I can do that, believe it or not. It's amazing. So the one thing that, again, to continue on, we talked about, I don't know why this slide keeps coming up. Sorry. This should be this slide. Anyway, so the one thing that we're going to talk about, this is not the slide I was looking for. Give me 1 second here. I was supposed to hide a couple of slides. So the one thing that here we go. That is the right side, sorry. So the goal that we talked about is, once again, is really the thing we were talking about.
You're not sharing.
Oh, I'm not sharing. That'd be a good thing. So Sharing is caring. Yes. So one of the things we can talk about is, again, the 90-day run. And this is something we were just, like I said, spent time with Steve and Gina. And that's one thing they talked about was really, more than anything else, they said, we really want to help as many people as possible to get to senior director. Why is that? It's because it creates the right kind of structure. Now you can accomplish anything because everything else is volume based, from there. And it's like they've even said this. They go, our whole struggle, and not struggle, I should say, the whole challenge with people is belief that they can go senior director. That's why when we talk about the bite size of achievable chunks of basically going manager, then helping someone go manager and helping another person go manager so you can be a director, and then helping two people go director, is something that, again, takes time just like anything else. But just like, Elon was saying earlier, all can just happen just by sharing with others and things start happening, right? And so the part that I love about this is that I want you to really think about for a second, and is that, the whole goal here is a 2020 action plan for the next 90 days. So we're really going to, tell people, you're on this meeting because you say, I want to get to the next level. So we're going to tell you the truth of what it's going to take to get to the next level. The next level, and building a successful ongoing business that has momentum, is this program right here. And the more people that you help go 2020, 20 persons right, 20 persons left, within a 90 period of time, they're going to create something called momentum. I'm going to tell you right now, that is the key to success in anything that you're doing. Because again, what happens is if you have, our whole team, our whole organization, this is a team, is in massive momentum. That's the reason we're the number one team in the whole company, the number one team in the world, as far as a company in the world, because of the momentum that's actually been generated. So we're all in that momentum. I tell people, if you want to be part of that momentum, get people into the team, plug them into the excitement, plug them into what's going on. So the same thing that Steve and Gina talked about, they said, we want to plug everybody into the fire, because when you get around the fire, guess what happens? You catch fire. So really, it's nothing more than saying, you know what, I am willing to do this part here. I'm going to patch so many people per day. You pick the number, whatever the number is. I would rather have you do 1 a day than do 5 and not do anything for a week. I'd rather have you be consistent at 1, 2, 3. Obviously, our goal is always 3 per day for myself and for Mena. And again, a lot of people, it's 5. Some people, it's more than that. Whatever you want to do, and we're stepping it up ourselves. And that's the part that we looked at as far as patching everybody. Once again, and it doesn't mean physically putting a patch on every single person. It means contacting them, talking to them, exposing the business, and then revisiting and following up with them and tapping them into an opportunity. So utilizing the Zoom meetings, utilizing the in-person meetings, all those different things, tying people into those meetings are very, very critical. And that's what we always want to do, with people, but helping people go 20 right, 20 left. And so I use this. I was on a meeting with Josh and his team yesterday. He's got a lot of momentum happening, a lot of great things going on. And I told him, I said, what you want to do, because the contest we just came off of, a lot of people, they go, okay, well, the contest's over, and they take their foot off the gas. And I'm like, bad idea. If anything, you want to consistently have your foot down, or you know what, I didn't do as much as I thought that I did during the contest. I'm going to put my foot down a little bit more. So I use the example, it's different in kilometers, but imagine going, and I'll use the example, 100 kilometers an hour. You pick the number. Let's say 120, because if in South Africa, you're 120 kilometers an hour, say figure 70 miles an hour plus whatever it is. And then all of a sudden you're driving that speed for a minute, and then you take your foot off the gas. And then you drive for that again, then for a minute, you put your foot on the gas again, you go back up to 120 kilometers an hour, and then you take your foot off the gas. And then you put your foot on the gas a minute later, and then you take your foot off the gas and go for another minute. And then you do that for another minute. It's not only going to drive the passenger in your car crazy, but the people that are following you are going to be extremely annoyed as well, right? So the one thing that you don't want to do is be on, off, the hokey pokey. It's, I'm excited. I'm not excited. I'm excited. Someone else to get involved. I'm not excited anymore. And it's like, if you're consistently consistent, and I put in there again, consistency is the key to success. But again, you want to be, having your foot down and being consistent every single day. The second part of that, I was talking to Brendan about this actually yesterday, because I went to the beach on Sunday morning and shot a quick video. And then when I was driving back to where we were staying at the hotel, an F8, a yellow F8 Ferrari, I was gonna actually put that video in here, but a yellow F8 Ferrari Brutto, it's probably Brutto, I can say it, how you say it, it would actually pass me up, flew by me. So I went, okay, I was trying to catch him, and the only way I could catch him was when he got stopped at a light. Because I'm thinking to myself going, if I go the speed he's going, I'm going to get pulled over. Of course, I was hoping he would. No, but what was amazing is that literally following, then I got behind him, I'm shooting a video, and then he takes off again, and then I'm trying to catch him again. That's what you want to be as a leader. I got back to, like I told her, I said, I'll be back at 9:10. I think I got there at 9:05 because I was driving a little bit faster than I should have. But it was fun. It was exciting. It was exhilarating, right? Because when you're going that speed and when you're actually trying to catch your leader, that's fun. But again, if I would have took my foot off the brake and everything else, that guy would have been long gone. I would have never seen that. And so that's the thing that we've been swept up with the leadership of Steve and Gina Merritt, with all of This Is It team, people breaking senior presidential directors. What do you think our belief was? Okay, if those guys can do it, we can do it. And that's the whole thing you should be all saying. If Greg and Mena can do it, you know, Greg doesn't even take a breath. He just keeps on talking. He doesn't shut up. You know, that's what my wife was saying right now. If he can do this, man, I think I can do it too. So, but
and you know, they say the speed of the team is the speed of the leader. So if you're, you know, and so you want to set the example. You want to be the person who, if you're saying to your team, you have to consistently PRO, you know, patch, revisit, and opportunity. You want to be making sure you're doing those. You know, if there's a promo that's come up, you know, like the promotion, go manager, go director, break managers, break directors. If you're the leader, you want to be doing that. You don't want to be waiting on your team. Oh, well, let's see how many they can do. You want to be leading from the front, because that's what leaders do. They lead from the front. And Steve and Gina, you know, that's one thing. You know, they have lives. Like his mom just passed away. Steve Merritt's mother just passed away. You know, they have stuff going on, just like us. We all have lives and stuff and things going on in families. And, you know, I see they're out there recruiting new people. New people. They have about 400,000 people on their team. And they're out there putting new managers in, ranking new people, ranking new managers, etc. And so they don't stop for anybody because they want to be the example. You know, they say they want everybody to pass them up, but they not that doesn't mean
Gina with their flag.
That doesn't mean that they're stopping at any point. No. You know, they just go on. I mean, they were at the meeting. You know, on Thursday night, they ran the English meeting, and then the Spanish meeting started, and they stuck around. Even though Mike can say he took over, and they were sitting with us till what, like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, at the Five Guys, and then they still had to go to Ocala. I mean, they had just finished the night before in West Palm, drove all the way up to Orlando. So they're on the road, they're working, they love to do this. And
the vehicle they're driving, Brendan, wasn't too bad. She's driving her Lamborghini Urus. What an amazing, beautiful white vehicle with the, oh my gosh.
Absolutely stunning.
I'm looking at that going,
but you know, we just have the best leadership. And then we have David Schmidt, who is just like next level, you know, and
200 patents.
200 patents. We just got the Bravo Award. We're aligned with the best. And I'm saying, make every effort to take every bit of this opportunity, utilize it to bless the people around you, because that is all we're doing. We're blessing them. We're helping them get their hope back, get their lives back, sharing love, sharing blessings with them. And who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love to just be encouraging, be a blessing, you know, and transfer love and encouragement to other people? Because out there, people are getting eaten up, you know, they're getting discouraged. We have something to share that's just going to give them hope. So keep doing that. We're proud of all of you.
Yes.
Do you have something else?
Well, just another thing I was going to say is I'm going to pick on John for a second, because I know you're hopefully just listening too. But really, whatever the goal you want to achieve. I mean, if you say, okay, in order for me to have freedom, I need this kind of income, whatever that is, I'm telling you, we can help you accomplish it. So you once again work with Leanne and the whole team there to basically say, this is what I want to make, and this is what I want to make it by. Guess what's going to happen? The team's going to come together to help you accomplish that goal. The same thing with a lot of the other people on the team here. We want to, you know, encourage you, whatever goal you want to achieve. You know, I always tell people right now, the next thing is really the next level, you know, function that's coming up. You want to set a goal for how many people you want to have on that. Like I said, make a list of everybody specifically. we are at Rise Up, right? And so again, the people that are actually going to be at the next level, either virtually or in person, you're going to make a list of everybody that's on your team and start, talking to the people and promoting. The biggest promoters are the biggest leaders. Period. That's what Steve and Gina were talking about again to us. They're like, how are things going as far as, people there? And we're like, we got this many people, but we want to have this many people, right? On that, on the meeting and also virtually. So, which is very, very exciting. So besides that, again, we're going to cut it short tonight because we got some other things that we've got to run to real quick. But the one thing is that, that Ken talks about this all the time is the one who asks the questions controls the conversation. So when you're talking to people, ask questions. Don't just dump on them. Ask them questions about themselves. If this product, like Ken says, if this product could do, it's pretty much a miracle product. But if this miracle product could do anything for you, what would you like it to do for you? Is there anybody else that could benefit from something like this? And so all these little things, make a big difference. So again, we're gonna finish in prayer like we always do. But again, if you have anything that we can do to help you grow, let us know, because we want to help you. We're actually going to be a big part of the Million Strong. We're helping a lot of people. We're growing very, very quickly, and we're very excited about that. But again,
and we're excited to do a launch for Monique on Thursday. Yay!
Yes.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the US. So excited about that, excited about tomorrow night. So get out there, invite people to get, if you're in driving distance, some of you are going to drive a little bit longer, but come out, fill your cars, bring people with you. We know there's going to be standing room only, and it's going to be pretty exciting. So, anybody need our help to host meetings, do Zoom launches, we're here to help you. But welcome, and to those of you who are on Next Level for the first time, and those of you who are always here, we appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. We wouldn't even be senior presidential directors if it wasn't for every single one on the team. And that is what we're here to help you get done, is to get to the next level. And so just know you can do it. It's not only for us, because this is it.
So we're going to pray real quick. If you guys jump off, if you guys jump off, do that. Well, we want to pray for a blessing over everyone here. So we're going to do that. So first and foremost, Father God, in the name of Jesus, we come before you, Lord. We praise you. We thank you, Lord. We thank you for your amazing blessings upon all of our lives. We thank you for our family, our friends, our business associates, all the people that we're partnered with. We thank you for the income streams that we already have, Lord God, and we ask that you continue to increase those. But we're also asking that you continue to grow us, expand our businesses, expand our ministries, expand our territories all over this world, Lord God. We thank you, Lord, that we're going to be in 80 countries around this world by the end of this year, because we know that you said if we ask, we receive. So we're also asking for favor. We're asking for divine appointments. We're asking for words of knowledge, that as we speak to people, our words will be spoken through you to touch the hearts and minds. And the same way, I love what Anna shared, that again, that she just was connected to the new person there. You're going to have divine connections for us even today, this week, the rest of this month, the rest of this year, every single day. So we do ask for your protection to surround us all like a ball of fire. Protect us all, protect our assets, our families, our friends. Everything that we have is blessed by you. So we thank you, Father, for this. And we ask you that you continue to lead us to people where we can be a blessing to them through you. So we praise you. We thank you for this day. And we do ask you to bless this day and this evening in Jesus' name. Amen.
And awesome. Get your trackers in.
Yes.
Every single one of you, 1 point, 1 point on the board is a winning point.
Yes, absolutely. So we want to keep a list of every single person. We want to recognize everybody on the meeting that we do on Saturday. I don't care if you got 1 point or you got whatever. So send in the tracker so that we can congratulate you, because it's pretty exciting.
Every one of you is a winner.
We've got like 120 plus people that were basically contributing, which is absolutely fantastic. So absolutely amazing. So besides that, God bless you, love you. If you need us, get a hold of us, get us on WhatsApp, get us on the phone, and great to see everybody. We'll be seeing some of you guys actually tomorrow night, which is fun, in the roomies together, and Monique we'll see you actually on Thursday, which is going to be on the Zoomies, which will be fun. So let us know what we can do to help with that, and I'll be reaching out to you as far as the structure for that meeting as well.
And just remember, ladies, let's invite our lady friends to Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. So excited to see you all. Bless you guys.
A lot of great ways to win. So yes, bless you. Have an amazing day. We'll talk to you real soon. Take care. Love you guys.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Always good. Thanks for sharing.
Have a blessed evening.
Ellen, everyone that shared.
Yes. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.
You too.